Gurukkal, if you see the medieval times when the attacks were very frequent and the ruling kingdoms of Travancore region, which was in which Kerala used to fall, so they patronized this art form, and we have seen that Nayars, who are called as warrior class, were patrons of this art, and they always carried a sword and dagger with them, and the young Nayar boys and girls used to train in Kalari right from their childhood, and they used to practice a lot and learn the Kalaripayattu so that they can protect their motherland. How this art form was patronized in these kingdoms, and how it has evolved all these times, and now the form which we are seeing.
We should realize actually if you are creating an army, there are a lot of caste. These things was happening in India. Even Swami Vivekananda was saying about Kerala as a space of what do you call, like what do we say for mad people. When he came here, there are a lot of divisions of caste were happening, discriminations were there. But if generally if you are thinking about creating an army in a country, if one caste if you are taking, for example, they are more highlighted in the history. It is not enough to protect a land. So we can see, if you are thinking about the social circumstances happened in Kerala and about Kalari, if you are thinking, every caste has a profound Kalari center there. Even the lower caste, and even the higher caste, so called. The people are even putting the discrimination. But all people were practicing Kalari. That was the difference. Kalari don't have any caste or any religion even that time, because it is just for the survival. It is just to realize you, who are you, how you can evolve, what is the potential, how can I can become little more profound. This is the way we teach, where even the concept of samabhavana like was there. All caste, creed, whatever people here, they try to learn this martial art, because even if we are thinking about the evolution of human beings, we evolved as hunter gatherers for 2 lakhs years. So the basic instinct of warriorship is in all people's genetical memory actually. Even when we are doing this Shakti initiative, I will ask even girls, thousands of girls at a time, I asked several times, do you want to flight or fight? So then everybody will say fight only. Immediately the sound will come. So we have a fighting instinct inside. So this is how it was maintained. So all people has their own, even the tribal people have profound knowledge with them. They are keeping profound knowledges. They know how to heal better than us, because they are directly in a survival process, and they are directly with competing with the nature only. So they know a lot of techniques, they know a lot of deep secret skills about the medicines and the healing part also. They are very much knowledgeable. We should think about the knowledge part.
Gurukkal, Kalaripayattu is also regarded as the mother of all martial art forms, and we have seen that this martial art form has influenced lot of other martial art forms in India, and not only Bhāratavarṣa. The art forms has also inspired many other arts in other countries, including China, Japan, and we have learned the story of Bodhidharma and how he has patronized the art form, and he went to other countries, and also from there the Chinese art forms developed. How Kalari has been inspiring the other regions of Bharatvarsh and other surrounding countries.
Tamil is the oldest language, maybe in the world. There are a lot of significant, substantial evidences for that. So we have profound knowledges from Tamil actually. Even the scriptures we are keeping in Agasthyam also all written in Tamil, because Malayalam is a very young language comparing with the Tamil language. So we can see lot of scriptures in Tamil. And even if you are considering the martial arts, the southern style of Kalaripayattu is the combination of different martial art forms which was very well established in Tamil Nadu. For example, Aditada, Adimura, Varma Adi, Varma Kalai, Kuttuvarise, Silambatam, all these combination we can see in southern style of Kalaripayattu. The major difference between the northern style and southern style of Kalaripayattu is southern style of Kalaripayattu is a survival art. It is more into the pressure points. about the Marma Abhyasa. But if you are checking the northern style of Kalaripayattu, it's a very classical form which is more into the flexibility, then the demonstrative powers, and this is the significant difference. Both are very wonderful styles, both north and south. And even we have a Madhya Kerala style also. So if you are checking the story of Bodhidharma, which is happened in 5th century, he was actually the prince of Pallava. His father was planning to make him the next king. So, but his brothers were not much happy. Then they tried to kill Bodhidharma. He actually ran away from his dynasty. He went to the forest. He met a Buddhist nun. Her name is Prajnatara, and was introduced to Buddhism. So he became a Buddhist monk, and he stayed in the woods. After his 50s, he wished to travel to China, and he traveled to China. He went to China and he met Emperor Wu Thang. So Wu Thang was a very well expert in Buddhism. He was creating universities, he was feeding monks, he even created libraries, monasteries. Then Wu Thang asked one question to Bodhidharma, that I am doing this much of work to Buddhism. I am feeding this much of monks, I am creating universities, I created this much of monasteries. And even after my wealth, I am dedicating to Buddhism only. So shall I get salvation? This was the question asked by Wu Thang. Then Bodhidharma said, you wasted your life and you are going to die in the 7th hell. Then he was little surprised, because I was doing this much of work for Buddhism, and why this guy is saying like that. Then Bodhidharma said, the basic ideology and principle of Buddhism is not to expect anything while doing your karma. You are expecting salvation and doing this much of work, then you are not in Buddhism. Then he was forced to travel from the next Siu, like he went to the Shaolin part, where he met the Shaolin monks. They were reluctant to receive Bodhidharma. Then he sat there in a cave and meditated for 9 years. That is the wall gazing meditation. You can even see the space where Bodhidharma meditated. And he came out with 2 scriptures. One is I Ching Ching, another one is Jing Sai Jing. And from I Ching Jing itself is a martial art. From I Ching Jing, all martial art like Kempo Karate, Wushu, Kung Fu, Silat, Koguryo, Muay Thai kind of martial arts inspired. That's why we call this beautiful martial art, profound martial art, as the mother of all martial arts. So, actually with this inspiration, they worked a lot on this martial art. Whatever I learned, I didn't try to carry this thing to another. They improvised, they practiced a lot, and these kind of Chinese martial arts evolved mostly.
So coming back to the modern times, Gurukkal, we have been saying that there is now a rapid decline in the concentration levels of our younger generation, and the concept of ekagrata is unfortunately not there in the mainstream education curriculum. Ekagrata, which is an ideal not only physical state but also psychological state of any martial art warrior. So when we see ekagrata, we also have seen that in our various ancient texts like Agni Puran, there is a mention that one who has studied his vision, not only physical but mental, can even vanquish Yama, the lord of death. So vanquishing Yama is nothing but oneself. What modern times can learn from Kalaripayattu?
Yeah. I usually ask the kids that, are you practicing distractions or focus? Whenever I got time, when I am talking to the kids, I usually ask this question, are you practicing distractions or focus? Then everybody will say, we are practicing distractions. Nowadays what is happening is, we are all practicing distractions. Even when we wake up, we start with the mobile. Even if you are searching the Instagram reels, each and every emotions comes in fraction of second, different emotions are coming. These are all confusing your system actually, basically. And the problem is, the British way of learning, the Western way of learning, which we are even aspiring now, is not much talking about you. It is talking about the surroundings only. Even we know everything about this cosmos now. Available informations we know. Not everything. Available information we can even access through Google, right? Technology makes actually man in a profound position. But again, this time also we don't know how this system is working, your system is working, and knowing about you is actually not there in our education system. Even I ask the kids, usually ask the question that what is the foundation, fundamental necessity of life? So what is the fundamental necessity of life?
Roti, kapda, makan.
This answer is coming actually. Food, shelter. This is always coming. This answer is coming because this answer was fed by the British. Lord Macaulay created an education system. They decided this is the basic foundation or fundamental necessity of life. But nobody is saying the fundamental necessity of life is breathe. The education system should shift in such a way to teach you what you are. Again, I will ask the question, how many of you breathe? Because you know, without food we can survive up to any extent, like 40 days, 50 days. Without water we can even survive like 20, 25 days or 30 days, depends. Even I know a man whose name is Hiraratan Menik. In his entire life he didn't have taken any food. He only gazed at the sun. He died in the age of 82 or 83. If you are checking, if you are, even if you can't survive up to 3 minutes without breath. So breath is the fundamental necessity of life. If you are talking about life, that our education system is not teaching. Then again I will ask this same question, that how many of you breathe? Then everybody will raise the hand. Then again I will ask this question, how many of you can confidently say that I am breathing properly? Then nobody will raise the hand. Even the so-called educated IAS officials, they don't know how to breathe. So if you are breathing properly, there is a concept called as breath per minute. How many inhalation, exhalation you are intaking in 1 minute decides your lifespan. Even we have examples with rat having a breath per minute of 180 and lifespan of 2 years. And even the doggy with 60 breath per minute and lifespan is 13 years. And do you know the longest lifespan animal? It is turtles, which is having a breath per minute of 1 to 2 or 3, having a lifespan of 250 years. So the lifespan is decided by the breath per minute. So you don't know how to breathe. That means you don't know how to have or protect your body to be more and more healthy. Second part is actually breath is controlling your mind. Even Hada Yoga Pradipika says, Chale vade chalam chittam, nischalam bhaved. That means if your breath is disturbed, mind is disturbed. Even a small girl is crying, then after she cries, she will start sobbing, something like this. Na? That means breath is coming and manipulating in such a way to settle down her mind. If you are depressed, you will be having these long inhalations, sighs. This is again breath is coming and manipulating you to settle down. So breath is controlling your mind, breath decides your lifespan, but we don't know how to breathe. So again, from the basic foundations we have to teach the people. Being an IK center, we did a proper scientific study last year with 400 students, and we trained Kalari for 15 weeks. We kept 200 students as control group and 200 students as we trained them. Then constantly we were gauging their psychological changes. So again a national agency niche came on board, and they constantly gauged. And after 15 weeks of training, their resilience, confidence, self-esteem, fearlessness improved. So we are teaching about life only. We are teaching more and more about you to be more fearless and get utmost clarity about life.
Gurukkal, we can see that there is a unique blend of Ayurveda in Kalaripayattu, which we can't see in any other martial art forms. So, and there is even a Kalari Chikitsa, which is a special Ayurvedic treatment, which is only native to Kalaripayattu. And we have seen that Sushruta, who was one of the Siddhar, has also written a Varma Sutras about the pressure points of our human body. So, I would like to know insights from you that how Ayurveda has influenced Kalaripayattu and why Kalaripayattu is a curing system and how it focuses on curing the whole human body.
See, Kalari is the only martial art which has a healing system incorporated, which we call it as Kalari Chikitsa, where we are using different kind of massaging techniques, we are using different medicines, marituas to heal, and we are even creating medicines, and we have a good pathadi for the healing part. Alongside with Ayurveda, because actually Ayurveda and Kalaripayattu was decisive factors in maintaining a society. So that was the only healing system we had. But in Tamil Nadu there was another one, that is Siddha healing systems were there. And even if you are checking about Ayurveda, the Abhyangam, which is we are doing, whenever you think about Ayurveda, the massage part is coming, right? That massage is completely adapted from Kalaripayattu only. Because for preparing the body, we are using all kind of stocks and like flexibility part we are using. For the training also, we are using some kind of massages. Abhyangam means just merely applying oil and having bath, Abhyanga Snanam. So from Kalari, Ayurveda adapted these massaging techniques basically. So these two methods are correlated always because it was very much rooted in our system.
Gurukkal, if we see the ancient texts like Agni Purana and Natya Shastra, we can see that there is a strong resemblance of our cultural art forms like Kathakali or Velakalli. And even in current context, we can see that many acting professionals and theatre artists are coming back to Kalaripayattu, and this teaching is helping them in their art forms. How Kalaripayattu can teach these principles to the current art forms, and the industry can imbibe these principles in their daily practices, and how Kalaripayattu helps them to maintain their posture and maintain their overall health.
Basically, all these art forms have a foundational building in Kalari only, because actually, if you want to perform Kathakali also, you should be more powerful. Your legs should be more powerful. You want endurance, you want flexibility, you want resistance. So Kalari is a combination of all these things, because if the complete health means you should be having a strong heart, strong muscles, resistance training, flexibility, then body balancing. So Kalaripayattu is the combination of these four. So we know if a student who practices Kalari is coming in front of camera and standing, then we can realize the artist within him, the basement, the foundation within him. So it's a foundation. I always say this is the root. If your roots are stronger, you can flourish anyway, right? So if you are checking about these these art forms, Kathakali, Ottanthulal, Velakali, then even Chavuttu Nadakam, even the Theyyam, they are all like performing arts which was rooted in our culture. They have the base of Kalaripayattu. Then if you are checking the acting skills, the body languages we have in Kalari is very much fundamental and helpful for any kind of performing arts. Now we have a lot of actors practicing with us. We even has done some theatrical workshop. Maybe you had seen our Navaratri performance. We perform Kalaripayattu and we are trying to innovate in such a way that it can be a theatrical form. So these kind of activities can be done because this is a very rooted old tradition. Everybody should imbibe. And the knowledge about, I am repeatedly saying, the knowledge about you will only enhance you. If you have a mobile phone and if you are thinking it is only for calling, and after sometimes you came to know that it has apps, we can even bang, we can surf the Google, and you are holding the mobile phone from years. Just like that, you don't know the catalog or about this system that we are teaching here.
These were very profound insights, Gurukul. And finally, I would like to ask you about the Guru Shishya Parampara of Kalaripayattu and how this has been passed on to the generations and how you are seeing this going to the next generations.
The relationship between Guru and Shishya is the most beautiful relationship in the world. Even we are thinking that Shishya is going to Guru, but usually Guru finds the Shishya. Because through the glory of the Shishya only, Guru will be glorified only because of his Shishya's profoundness. Even if Arjuna was not a Dhanurdhari, then Drona will not be there. Just like that, even Swami Vivekananda got a wonderful Guru, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and Paramahamsa was waiting for Swami Vivekananda for years to come. So this is the most beautiful relationship because Guru is getting all knowledges in his lifestyle. He is putting all effort to seek, to know. He will be getting a lot of knowledges because it's a lifetime process, seeking knowledge. And he is ready to impart this wonderful treasure to an ideal Shishya. That is the relationship, most valuable thing he is giving. The second thing is, as always say, Guru Shishya Parampara had no time to learn. Like we call it as Kaksha Nirapeksha. There is no classrooms. Samaya Nirapeksha. There is no time spans because my father taught me even in midnight sometime when we are traveling. Pariksha Nirapeksha. There is no exams. I should realize that I know. There is no exams. So this kind of Guru Shishya relationship should be there. So we created a Sampradayam, that is a structured teachers training program on the Kalaripayattu. I think we are the first people who created a researched, proper, systematic training process. Now it is certified with the IKS Center also. We can give certification of IKS Center, Ministry of Education, Government of India. So through this teachers training program, we created, through rigorous practice, almost like 2-year practice, we created trainers. So Kalaripayattu is now in national games also. So it's, as a sports, it is evolving. Because of the sports activity and competitive platforms, Kalari is there now. We have more Kalaris from all over India. Different states are participating. Now it's a progressive state because in 1800s, Kalari was banned by British because of the Kottayattu war led by Palshi Raja. In 1804, Kalari was banned in Kerala. Until the independence, it was banned and illegal. It was kept illegal. So British banned Kalaris, they seized weapons, they closed Kalaris, demolished Kalaris. The kind of actions happened. Even after independence, our gurus were thinking that it was still illegal because the lineage is continuously going and it was kept secret. The learning of Kalari was kept secret. Even I was learning some 40 years back, he was teaching after 9:30 only in the night. So the gurus were keeping in mind that it is still illegal even after 20 years, 30 years of independence. But gradually it became affiliated with the Sports Council and Kerala Sports Council and even the Kalaripayattu Association. Now we have a national federation. It is working in such a way to promote and place Kalaripayattu as a sports event. The same time, even Agasthyam is trying to promote in such a way that people should know about Kalari in a different way. It is a life enhancing process in this strenuous life. So we innovated Kalari in different manners. Like we created Nalludal for the regular practice and we have Nityam. So we created Nityam for the regular practice. We created Nalludal for all age groups. That was the first innovation we did. Then we have a Prana program which is completely based on breathing and improvisation of Prana in life. Then we have Akam, that's a mindfulness meditation program. So we have other programs also like Bellam, we have Tejas, kind of different innovative programs, and now we are in a path that till now we trained 12,000 girls through rigorous workshops, like 3-hour workshop, but we had put some seed of confidence, fearlessness in girls, and we are taking Shakti as another initiative, and it is quite progressing.
Thank you, Gurukkal, for all these insights, and it was very much learning experience for me. I have been training under you from last 1 week in Kalaripayattu, and as your Shishyas call you as Gurukkal, I will always fondly call you as my Gurukkal, and I will always keep coming and evolving and learning this Kalaripayattu. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Okay.